is Dr. Anshu Gupta. I am Director, Advanced Dental Care Center, Chandigarh, and I am a postgraduate doctor from PGI Chandigarh. Dental implants are one of the most important innovations of modern dentistry. Now, one of the biggest questions that is there in everybody's mind is that why dental implants fail or what are the common causes of dental implants failure. Today in this video of mine, I am going to take these factors one by one. First of all, the most important factor is the dimension of the implant, the size of the implant or the length and the diameter of the implant that is being chosen by the dentist to replace your missing tooth. There has to be a certain minimum requirement of the minimum diameter as well as the length of the implant when replacing a missing tooth. Like in the case of anterior area of the mouth, smaller or narrower diameter implants with longer lengths can be preferred, and in the posterior areas of the mouth, wider diameter implants with shorter lengths can be preferred. So it is one of a very important factor to determine the outcome of a dental implant. If the implant dimension chosen by the dentist is not proper, the crown root ratio is not proper, and there are excessive forces on the implant that has been used to replace the missing tooth, of course the implant is going to fail in the long term. Number 2 is the autoimmune diseases like osteoarthritis or arthritis or osteoporosis. These diseases they affect the bone health in general, and also they can lead to the failure of dental implants long term if not taken care of. Number 3 is the systemic diseases like diabetes mellitus or hypertension. In patients with uncontrolled diabetes mellitus and those who don't take any care to maintain their sugar levels, the dental implants long term can fail. Number 4, one of the most other important factors for the dental implant failure is the treatment planning. In case a patient insists that he wants lesser number of implants because of the socio-economic constraints, and he forces the dentist and the dentist gets carried away to place lesser number of implants to replace more number of missing teeth, of course the dental implants are going to fail because they cannot take so much of load. So implant treatment planning should be immaculate. There should be no mismanagement in the planning of the implant, so that how many number of implants are required to replace how many number of teeth. This has to be decided by the dentist, and the dentist should not get carried away by the economic factors of the patient. Rather, he or she should refuse rather than use such a wrongful treatment. Then, many of the times, early loading of the implants. It is normally recommended that implants be loaded after 3 to 4 months after the replacement into the jawbone, because that is the clinical time required for the implant healing with the jawbone. That is by a process called osseointegration. Sometimes the patients have to fly out, sometimes there is a wedding in the family, sometimes there are other social factors that force them that we cannot stay without the teeth, and sometimes it is not possible for the dentist to give them immediate temporization. So sometimes patients force the dentist for the early loading of teeth when the process of osseointegration is not complete, and in case they are not conscious and they are putting the normal chewing forces on the newly implanted teeth which have not been there for the sufficient period of time, then of course the implants are going to fail. Excessive forces, like if you are opening beer bottles or coke bottles with the implanted teeth, of course the implants are going to fail. So these are the main factors that are the common causes of implant failure long term. If all these factors are under control and a meticulous treatment planning has been done and care has been done while planning your treatment and loading has been done as per the clinical protocol, the implants are not going to go anywhere, because in case we have almost 0.1 to 0.2 mm of the bone loss per annum, and minimum length of the implant placed in the mouth is 8 to 10 millimeters. So even 0.1 or 0.2 mm of the bone is being lost per annum. Then to sustain 1 millimeter of the bone loss, it will take 5 to 10 years. So the implant success rate worldwide is 95 to 98%. And I am repeating myself again and again that if you have been to a good dentist and who is thorough and immaculate in the treatment planning and does not compromise on any factor of the patient, there is no reason that the implants will fail. Thank you.